how we can make an animal. When it bites like this, it is biting something that will make it very helpful, so that they don't keep on feeding on this, then feeding on that, then you're feeding on this and the other something. Okay? So what we do first of all, we want to reconstitute the moisture content of this, to bring it to a moisture content that the microbes will degrade and break down more effectively. Okay? We came with a product called MolaPlus Livestock Microbes that I think he wants to demonstrate on how. We want to show you how that will break down this and turn this thing into very, very palatable stuff. So that when a cow takes, it doesn't pass through the system and digest it. A cow will take this, it will break down and access the energy that is locked inside here, the protein that is locked up inside here, the minerals that are locked up inside here, and then break down the fiber such that the fiber becomes useful, as opposed to the kind of fiber that would pass through the system and digested. Okay? What we are going to do is we want to assist the animal to get the nutritional values that are inside here. How do we do it? We do what we call pre-digestion. We pre-digest. We digest it ahead of the cows using it. And normally, the most important and the most critical thing to know and to do is that you need to understand that a cow is called a ruminant because it has a rumen. A cow is called a ruminant because it has a rumen. And the purpose of a rumen is to ferment, is to digest. First of all, whatever a cow takes, it has to first of all ferment before a cow can get the energy in it, the protein in it, the minerals in it, the trace elements in it. Otherwise, it can't get the energy in this, it can't get the trace elements in this, it can't get the minerals in this unless it has fermented. So what a cow takes, it takes between 20 and 40 hours inside the rumen, first of all fermenting. After it has fermented for between 20 and 40 hours, it will now take another 36 or so hours doing what? Extracting, removing the energy from what has fermented, the protein from what has fermented, the minerals from what has fermented. It will do that process for about 30 something hours. Now what remains, what comes out is now the residue. And that residue is actually what comes out as cow dung. Okay? So we are saying, without assisting the cow, most of this will form cow dung. But by assisting the cow, most of this will be utilized and only a portion of it will come out as cow dung. Now, we can make silage just from this. We can ensile this using MolaPlus Livestock Microbes and achieve it. But when we have this and we have this, we even can make a very interesting product, because we will have to find a way of mixing the two so that when a cow takes, it will actually be able to break down and utilize it even more interestingly. So if we want to add value to this, we'll pre-digest by turning it into silage using microbes. But when we have this, mix them together, we even have a better product. And it will be more nutritious. Now, the problem that I can tell you have, Crispin, on your farm is your equipment, the machine that is chopping this is too big. You see, this is chopped this is chopped or milled, but this is again too big for proper digestion. You see, a cow should not struggle to first of all pick and then reorganize this and then swallow. Particles should be between a quarter an inch at most, or 3/4 of an inch. this would be a big piece. So you need to really, finally, you will do better to get to a point where you either adjust the blades of your chopper or find a chopper that more or less gets closer to milling than just chopping. And this milling and chopping is not the kind of milling, you see, you see, if you could get close to this is even far much better. It's a bit better, because then the bites can be bites like, you see, there can be bites that don't need a lot of reorganizing before a cow takes. That really helps with rumination, because there must be churning and mixing with saliva and all that to achieve the best. So what we want to do, we want to first of all reconstitute this by dipping it in water. After we have dipped in water for about a minute, we will remove. I don't know whether we can get a tarpaulin.
Yes.
Get us a tarpaulin or
from the track.
Tent. Yeah, or even just a small paper.
The tent then you better send tent.
Yes.
Because it's big, we'll have much more space.
That would be better.
Once and for all.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we will dip this in water. After we have dipped it in water, we want it to soak in a bit of water to reconstitute the moisture content and give the microbes an opportunity to start breaking in and destroying the lignin, feeding on the lignin. Now, when they destroy it, they make it more palatable, and they also make it accessible. They release the nutrients that are locked up. So I want somebody to, we will start by, just move it here. Move it here, please. Yeah. So let us start by, first of all, soaking this, dipping this into water, and we put it there. It takes like a minute inside, we put it there. A minute, we put it there. Yeah.
And now we have more
Okay, thanks. Okay,
just to move some water, please.
Yeah, reduce the water. Okay, put in there now. Do you have some molasses on the farm? No. Okay, no problem. Dip them inside. Yeah, dip.
More water? No. Just like this. It's more.
We want to put more of this.
No, it's okay. Just turn this. Okay, remove. Put on the tarpaulin.
Or we can
just put it there. Put it on the tarpaulin. Yeah. Good. So put there until the whole of that is done. Soak it in.
Wait. See the ball of it.
Assume, let us just assume this is it. Just put it there. Yeah. We don't need even to put more. Just leave those soft.
soaking nice.
Yeah. Now, what we have achieved here, we have tried to introduce moisture. It will continue soaking through osmosis, and it will still, it will continue soaking itself inside. Okay? Now, bring that grass. Yes. Now, mix this, put it here. Now we want to mix green and, we are mixing green and what? And dry that has been soaked.
Should be some proportion.
It doesn't matter. It depends on what you want, what you have most.
Oh,
Yes. And what you just put on the whole of it. It depends on what you can get most.
okay.
Mix in such a manner that it is like it's mixing
Fine.
properly. Yeah, it's well mixed,
Homogenic.
homogeneously mixed. Okay. Now, once you have gotten to this point, naturally, we would recommend that you take some meal number 3.
Okay.
Meal number 3. Because we don't have meal number 3 here, we have this that is like a complete meal. In Kenya we call it dairy meal. You can take some handful. Take up an yeah. Put here. Take more as you mix. Put more. You can put more if you have more. But depending on what you have. Okay? Yeah, this would be enough for that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's enough. But when you are doing like, if you have meal number 3, that would have been very good. Okay? You get? Meal number 3 would have given you a very good result with this.
So meal number 3, this is maize.
Or even bran.
Number 3 bran.
Yeah, bran would be wonderful.
Maize
Even
bran.
it would be cheaper for you.
Okay.
You
So
get-
we mix maize bran.
You mix maize bran
The way we are mixing.
the way you are mixing this.
Okay.
Okay?
Then if we had silage, sorry,
No.
molasses.
If you had molasses, you would have taken MolaPlus Livestock Microbes. Get me that. Do you have something to measure a liter? You would have taken this product, MolaPlus Livestock Microbes, 1 liter, 1 liter, and 2 liters molasses. How many liters molasses? 2 liters molasses, and 20 liters of water.
Let me just
No, don't worry, I'll explain to you. 20 liters of water.
I'm actually recording so I can share the recording with you.
Yes. So after you have done that mixture, like now we must still put it here. So we will assume that you don't have molasses, but if you have maize bran here, or wheat bran, which is cheaper for you here? Maize bran is cheaper than...
we need to find out which brand.
Wheat bran is cheaper.
Yeah, and wheat bran would be do much better
In this mix.
in this mix.
Oh.
Yes. Okay? So you take what you have done this for the dairy meal or the complete meal would have been wheat bran. Okay? Now you take, let us take a glass of MolaPlus Livestock Microbes. Just even use that. Yeah. Something like 200 ml. Take it here. Scoop it from here.
This is 350.
Yeah, we want like 200 ml. 200 ml. Yeah, 200 ml.
Maybe somewhere up, down.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I don't know why David did not put a label.
This one we are not yet finished, so we just pack it.
Put it down. Now take just 200 ml of that. 20 liters. Assume it is 20 liters.
No, maybe 17 liters.
Yeah. Now, but this is supposed to be 20 liters. Tons, tie it up.
There's no paper kadaka green.
Now, do you have a watering can here? You don't have a watering can. If you have a watering can, you put this in a watering can and sprinkle on this. If you have a watering can. If you don't have a watering can and you have a sprayer that doesn't have chemicals, it should not have chemicals at all. You have you have a sprinkler.
Something that will just provide and then it makes
Yes, yeah, that one. Now you will sprinkle. Now this, if this is 20 liters, if this being 20 liters, it will make for you a ton of this. 20 liters will make for you
A ton.
a ton. 20 liters of water, the 200 ml. No, the 1 liter, sorry. This 20 liters you're supposed to put 1 liter. I know I made a mistake. You're supposed to, yeah, I made a mistake.
So we are supposed to put more.
More in this. 20 liters. The other one was a measurement for what we are going to do to digest the dairy milk. Yeah, but for 20 liters, add here. Add a little bit. So that we fill it up.
Quantity.
Yeah.
This is fake.
Yeah, just let us top this. Top it up to around 20 liters.
The water?
Not the, yeah, we'll top up the water, but we also want to put this. To
This,
make
this was more like 200. So
Yeah,
we need to add what?
700. This is enough. You fill it here.
Okay.
Yeah, fill it here to make the. Yeah. Fill it here. Good. Now, 1 liter MolaPlus Livestock Microbes
Goes to 20 liters.
go to 20 liters of water and makes 1 ton of that feed. In Kenya, you make 10 shillings equivalent when you use livestock microbes. It's about 10 shillings per cow per day. The economies here are just amazing. You get? Now this is supposed to make feed that is full on a pickup. This one.
Yeah.
The 20 liters here.
Oh, you want to put that, What? Okay. How do we
So
measure
meal.
this
Add
stuff
some.
as one time?
Add some more
I've
water.
just told you a pickup.
A pickup.
Pickup load of meal.
A one-time pickup.
Yes. And it is not
What do you
cast
want
in
to
They're
stone.
supposed to have 20 liters. So
Oh, 20.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be 20 liters.
Looks like it's a 30 liter. This is
No.
this
Is it 30
five.
liters?
25. This
No,
is
yeah,
almost
that's
20.
okay.
So this is okay already. This is almost 20.
If you think so, yeah. Now, they are bringing something, yeah?
Okay.
Yes.
We need to wait first.
You don't need to work hard. You just need to work smart. Just,
Exactly.
for real, yes. Just need to know what you want
This
to do.
we can immediately, because without feeding one, we can make it.
You get?
Number 3 meal is very easy to find here,
Yeah.
or even maize bran.
Now bring it. Now come here with it, yeah? Now,
That's an example.
just do like this, and then
Let's use wait a minute. I don't want it to look like a big one. Put in a smaller, so the purpose of this.
that is too much.
That's too much.
But just put. Yeah? And then you do like this, my brother. Good, now mix. Yes, let's mix.
The way it's looking,
Now, once you have done that, okay, assume, I don't know whether you have drums here. We could have drums. If you have drums, you see like now this?
Yes.
You see this one?
The thing, yes.
This one. Now you compress inside drums like those. Somebody should, you put a bit, somebody press, cover thoroughly, and then you put more until it is tightly compressed. Then you put a polythene on top and tie. But let me show you a demonstration of what will happen is this. Put this stuff in this. Take here. Put and then compress. Compact.
Here?
Yes. Compress. No, compress fast. Assume you are actually compressing it in those drums, tanks. You get? Press with the fist like this. But in this case, somebody is stepping on it, on top, and moving like that. If you had molasses, you would have taken 2 liters of that molasses. You would have put here 1 liter MolaPlus Livestock Microbes, 2 liters molasses, and 20 liters raw water. Water that doesn't have chemicals. Yes.
Okay. In this mix.
In this mix. Now that is what you would have done. Now put and then cover properly. And then you take a polythene. There should be no air inside here.
Yeah.
Then you put a polythene and tie. Okay? For that one, you put a lid first. Then you compress it, and then you can put something heavy on top. Okay? Now, after how many hours? Within, if you put enough meal number 3 here, within 24 hours, you have your silage ready.
24 hours?
Yes, 24 hours. But if you don't have enough like what we have done, we have not put enough, within how many days? 3
days.
It will be super silage. When you put it there for cows, they will concentrate there, feed within 40 to 60 minutes. They are full. They will go there, take water, and look for a shed. Look for a shed. I'm insisting on a shed because those animals where they are very stressed. And that you have to address. Because they will need, after they have eaten, they go lie down and chew cud. When a cow, the first thing, the first instinct after eating will be to go and take water. And then the first instinct after they have lie down for a while, chewing cud, the thing that will make them wake up, what will make them wake up is the urge to go and take water, because that water is what is helping them to ruminate. So they go take water and still come and lie down and chew cud. Then after another 2-3 hours, they will now take water and then they go look again on the feeder. During that particular time, when you see a good number of them now waking up to go back to the feeder, is when now again you go and refill the troughs. They go there, they feed on it. After another short time, they will go take water and lie down and chew cud. Take water, lie down and chew cud. Then again they come and be treatment. And you watch 3-4 days, look at your production. The 5 liters of MolaPlus very effective microbes that you have been given here, this will make for you 5 tons of this. How many tons? 5 tons of feed. Very economical. But the difference will surprise you in results and in performance if you do it right. Okay? Now, as you do this, just remember you can use those drums.
You can use those drums.
Yes. And if it is not easy for somebody to go inside, just cut the top.
Yes, or at the time of draw, we
No.
drop it. Start.
No,
No,
just
we
cut
can
the
still-
top.
On top, we can still get it out again when feeding.
That way, is it big enough?
You know the advantage. I
Because
was
you
even-
see that way you
we
can't.
can drop it. We can drop the drum, then you start pulling it out. Because as you was explaining, I was even making there. You're already there. People are putting this stuff
And
you're
you-
stamping already.
Yes, but
So
you see,
you're also going up
yes,
whilst you're stamping.
yes. But the problem now that that mouth, that
That
opening is narrow, so you can't compress on the side. Yes, it will save you a lot of money. It will make you really enjoy the farming. Yeah. You get
Small piece will not be the best, huh?
small what?
Small either sided pits.
Now you have asked a very good question. You don't need a pit to make silage. You can actually just do all your hay and make silage above the ground here.
Like the way we just put them.
Yes, and then I see you have lorries. You don't have a tractor. Do you have a tractor here?
We have.
Yes. Now you just roll a tractor on top and then put more top. Put. And then now you take your polythene, you wrap like that, then you wrap like this, then you wrap like, first of all you wrap like this, then you wrap like that, you wrap like that, you cover. This is the opening area. So you just, yes, now you do like that, but then you remove another one and put under like this.
Okay.
So that if water rains, it goes like this. Yes.
Okay.
You get. Now when you go to feeding your animal, you open, scoop, and make sure you seal. Don't leave your silage more than 20-30 minutes open. Always after immediately you remove it, turn the whole thing very well and close, because it should never be exposed to moisture. No, the atmosphere. It should always be under airtight. And you will love it.
What the shade where we can make
Eh?
the shade? The tractor can maneuver.
Not even the shade, just make it like here. It's only-
Just the way it is.
Just the way it is. As long as
You
you
just
cover
see it up.
thoroughly. And the compacting, a tractor would walk like this, would go like that.
Just
like
move
this,
on top, this way,
this way, and then that way, then so that it removes as much air as possible. So everything you have there in terms of cover, everything you have in terms of grass that you can get, I can tell you, just ask young men to go and cut for you green grass like this, even along the road and in farms like that. Come and let that be put here together. You cut grass enough for a month, only a day, using a sickle. You know sickles? Yes. Just let them cut. They come, they do that. You hire labor in a day or 2 or 3, then you make your silage for an entire month. Then you will just be scooping and feeding. Just make sure that you set aside silage making day, 3-4 days a month. The rest, animals are just supposed to feed on this. They can now snack on any other, but this is what their food is. Just make sure you put there enough meal number 3 or wheat bran, and then make sure you moisten it properly. This one, even if you moisten for 30 minutes or so while you are waiting to have the mix, no problem. Let them absorb the moisture. You get it? Yes. Then you will address this, because when the animals are the way they are, there is a problem. Now, too, you will agree with me or not, but the element of stress, nutritional stress, is very evident. So even if you are getting milk, you are getting maybe a quarter or a half of what you can get on this farm. Yes, you are recording 700 liters in a day. But that for sure, I can tell you, these animals can give you 3,000 if you address the nutritional part of it. After you have achieved this, we can now put our heads together and we advise you. You can even add this and this other one, even to make the game much more, after you have seen the results that you are achieving with this. And we can advise you until you get to a point where you are actually able to achieve so much. Now, cows and calves of this caliber cannot access enough minerals from just feed. And that is why you see a lot of browning on the coats. You see rough coats. A cow should, a place that is black should be very black, and white should be very white.
We need to give this also to these dry cows.
Every cow
Should eat this.
Every cow should eat. And now, again, if you want to get into production for business, the greatest attention is normally paid on calves, and particularly calves that are below 3 months. That is where you focus attention, because that is what will give you the highest benefit. But as long as you neglect them, you will never change your calf. Your calf will never go up, because this is the formation stage of your factory.
Yeah.
And the best accuracy and fineness should be spent fine-tuning your systems, and that is by offering proper calf management. And I've told you, for calves, first thing is calf survival. Second thing, you focus on rumen development. Now from there, you're now able to achieve. I would still tell you, spend time, look at the videos on our YouTube. You will be surprised the kind of knowledge you'll get from there.
Yeah.
Yes.